Hey guys, welcome to another video. This is the second video of this channel. Today's video would just be about forks. So, why wait? Let's get into it. A fork is when one piece attacks two other pieces, and it's at the same time. So right here, spot the fork. I'm gonna give you guys 10 seconds starting now. So, did you guys find it? The fork right here is this pawn. It attacks this bishop and this knight. Seems simple, right? Let's move on to the next one. The next one here, well, this time, move a piece to make a fork. Because forks don't come automatically like, poof, all of a sudden your position becomes a fork. That's not how it is in chess. You gotta build your fork. So here, I'm gonna give you guys 10 seconds and find a fork. Starting now. Well, the fork here is moving this pawn and moving up one square. So now we see that it attacks this knight right here and this bishop. And if the bishop moves, then the knight would be in danger. And the same vice versa. If the knight moves, then the bishop is still in danger. Hopefully you guys are following along. If you are having a bit of trouble with the 10-second timer or any other second timer, you could pause this video and take as much time as you need. But for now, I'm just gonna set a timer for you guys. Let's move on to the next puzzle. So, right here, you have to move a piece again and try to make a fork. This time I'm gonna give you guys, well, another 10 seconds and starting now. Okay, 10 seconds is up and hopefully you found it. I think this is pretty easy. And well, the fork here is this pawn takes this pawn. Remember, pawns can take diagonally forward. And now we see that this pawn attacks the knight and the other knight. So hopefully you guys are following along. As I said before, you can pause this video at any time. And well, let's move on. Now right here, this seems a bit easy, but don't fall for the trap. I set up a trap here on purpose to see if you guys can figure it out. So this time I'm gonna give you guys 15 seconds and we'll find a fork. 15 seconds is starting now. Alright, 15 seconds is up and well, let's reveal the answer. So the answer is not, I repeat, is not this pawn taking that pawn. Sure, it looks like a fork at first. It attacks the knight and the queen, right? But you also gotta look at the defenders of the fork. So here we have two defenders, this knight and the rook. And they could easily take this pawn right here. So let's go with the rook. The rook takes a pawn. And well, black is in danger. The black queen is being threatened by the rook, and what have you gained out of it? Nothing. Because, well, that was just a waste of time. The correct answer is actually knight moving up. And now we could see that it attacks the rook and the queen. Simple. It doesn't take much brain power unless you're actively trying to find a fork throughout all the moves of the chess game. And well, this next puzzle is going to be pretty active. So here, there's multiple moves leading up to this next fork. This time I'm going to give you guys 20 seconds and, well, starting now. Alright, 20 seconds is up and hopefully you guys found it. So the first move is bishop taking this knight right here. It's not a fork at first, but it will be after the king takes the bishop, because that's his only move. Now, I hope the fork is much clearer. The queen moves up one square and it attacks the rook and the king. The king, well, let's just say he moves back one square. And, well, the queen can now take this rook. So, well, white is now down a rook. Let's move on to the next puzzle. This is the last puzzle for this video, so make the best out of it. So here we see a position. It doesn't look like many pieces, but don't let that fool you. So again, this puzzle has many moves leading up to the fork. I'm gonna give you guys 20 seconds and, well, that's starting now. Alright, time's up. Have you guys found it? I think you did. The first move leading to the fork is actually the knight moving up here. Now, this is already a fork, but it's not a strong fork. I know you guys might be like, this doesn't do anything, nothing at all. Sure, a rook is better than a knight, but a bishop is the same value as a knight. So white could easily move his rook anywhere else. And if black takes the bishop, the queen just takes back. It's just going to be an even trade-off. But let's say white actually does move his rook somewhere else, thinking the same way that I just said. Now, of course, this knight can take the bishop, but it's just going to be an even trade-off. So right here, the knight, instead of taking the bishop, it's going to move and fork the king and the queen. And well, white, he doesn't want a fork. He doesn't want a knight forking a queen and a king, because that's very dangerous, very lethal. So he wants to take back with his bishop. But luckily, black also has backup. This knight right here can take the bishop as well. And white doesn't have any more pieces that could save him from this fork. So let's just say the white king, he moves desperately next to the knight in hopes of trying to capture him. But the knight just walks away and captures the queen. End of story. So that's all I have for today's video. If you guys like this and want to see more, leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already.